What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing out there tonight? Back here with another live stream. As always, just give me a couple minutes here and we're going to go over some charts, what to possibly look for over the coming days. But first, I'm going to go ahead and uh, share this to some other platforms here so we can get this thing kicked off. Let's go. And if you guys are a part of the Discord, glad to see you. Let's see here. It now. Got a notification I was live. Let's see here. We gotta share it on here too. Um, do, do, do. All right, guys. Actually, you know what? Give me 1 second. I'm gonna share it to one more place. Well, two more places, and then we'll get this thing kicked off. Yeah, I just left a left a pretty vague title. You know, gotta do it. A lot of people are afraid Binance is going to go under. I really don't think that'll happen. Will they take a hit? Yes. In my opinion, of course they will. And we can go over that as well, just based on the chart, nothing else. Just based on the charts. And first one we have up here, we have B Pro. Really keeping an eye on this guy. Continuously making those higher lows after it came up here, got rejected at the 382. Again, got some overhead resistance we're trying to break through. Um, I believe we can. Just gotta hang tight and be patient, as always. Think this guy right here, of course, I have the resistance mark right here. So, yep. Once we can break this, we can go to higher levels. Then we got some overhead resistance here. So just, take it level by level. Level by level. That's how we're playing all these, Polex, awesome, did a nice job. Hit our targets, all of them, pretty much. And now you can see it's coming back down for a retrace, which is not surprising. Because remember, these charts go up to a certain point, and then boom, that's it. Hey, Tyler, good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for joining in. Much appreciated. We're just kicking this live stream off right now, actually. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So, just curious, Tyler, what's your thoughts? What's your honest opinion on Binance? Do you think they're going, or do you think they're staying? Just kind of curious. Me personally, I really don't see them going anywhere. Will they take a hit? Of course. I mean, listen, it's charts, right? It's gonna take a hit, and that's just the way it goes. So I don't think people should be upset if they see that. If anything, it'll provide. Yeah, exactly. I think they're staying too. As always, though, there's a lot of fear in the market. Um, they're definitely gonna stay, but are they going to take a hit? Yeah, they will. I guarantee it. And we'll get into more of that later of why I believe they're going to take a hit. They've weathered so many storms so far. I don't think they'll face anything they can't handle. Yeah, exactly. I do agree. Give me just 1 second. All right, so we're back. Sorry about that. But yeah. So honestly, looking at Bitcoin here, obviously, like we talked about on Tuesday's live stream, just still continuing to trade in this range, right? So, nothing's really changed much. We're still above that 382. Just trying to break through this resistance, right? Um, nothing much has really changed as of right now. But, we come down here since we're towards the top of the range, it wouldn't be surprising, around 26.8, 26.7, and, maybe even eventually touch, 25.5. I would actually kind of like to see that just because it would kind of check this as support. Because as you see, we got one solid candle just straight up through and we never came back. So personally, it would be good to see that. But, let's see what happens. It might not even do that. Good to see you, Tom. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, we're having a good time over here. Tigro, much appreciated. Thanks for stopping in, brother. Um, we'll get to the good stuff here in a little bit with you know, Songbird and some XRP and stuff like that. Tyler Hendrick, I've sometimes wondered if they'd fall into old financial adage of being considered too big to fail. Or do you think those same protections don't really apply to crypto yet? Um, I kind of do believe that they do in crypto. Because we pretty much have our staples, right? And I mean, not only that, but I mean, look at the banks, right? Like you were saying, the banks, they're they're probably more insolvent than most of these cryptocurrency exchanges, if you ask me, and they have been for quite some time. Um, it's they've been bailed out, and bailed out, and bailed out. We've it's the same old song and dance, right? Um, it's gonna be interesting to see though when the music stops. Yeah, good seeing you too, man. Good seeing you too. Make sure you hit that like button, guys. Definitely helps us out over on the channel here. We're definitely going to be trying to grow this thing over this next 12 months. Pretty excited for that. We got some real cool changes coming to our Discord. There's going to be different tiers for different members and things like that. But I provide a lot of value to our subscribers. Even just with the live streams and some of the videos that I put out, and I haven't really been putting out many videos, but we've been in the Discord quite a bit, hanging out a lot more. And, you know, I had some community members kind of address me yesterday, as a matter of fact, and ask me, you know, well, not ask me, kind of told me that, you know, I should be charging at least something for my Discord because I do provide so much value. And, you know, it was always a part of the plan, but I really kind of wanted to build a bigger following first. Um, but I don't know. Maybe the time is now. We'll see. I already have tiers, you know, well thought out and planned for quite some time now. So I think we might start to roll those out in like a month or so, maybe 2 months. Let's see what happens. A few things I still need to take care of on my end as well. Um, so yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be fun. I'm pretty excited for everything that we're doing over here at Bullish AF. Keeping you all up to date. You know, we're a really solid community with the members that we do have right now, and I really appreciate that for sure. And always giving a lot of good, you know, always giving feedback, which is definitely great, right? So yeah, for Bitcoin, it's just more of the same right now. We're just really waiting on Bitcoin to make a move. We can look at some oscillators here though. You know, you got the RSI trending down, you got the MACD trending down. It looks like we're trying to pick up momentum, but you know, it kind of failed there. Um, we did have Bitcoin dominance coming down, but we're going to get into that chart next and kind of go over that as well because things could be about to change here. And I'll show you exactly what I mean. As you can see right here, you know, we started to come down on the Bitcoin dominance. Nice, you know, bullish engulfing bull hammer candle right there. So Lindell Morgan, what's going on, brother? How you doing? Good to see you. Don't forget to hit that like button. But so, you know, we were trending down on the dominance, and then, you know, we hit a certain point and it's like, okay, let's see if it wants to continue. It may or may not. It may just kind of bounce and, you know, start rolling over and going down a little bit more, which would be okay. It you know, be good for altcoins in my opinion. So um, I'll be pretty excited because we definitely need to get some love on them altcoins. I know we're all waiting patiently for that as well. Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm seeing for Bitcoin dominance at the moment. And as you can see, it's looking to pick up momentum here. Once we cross up through this threshold of around this 20, um, things will that'll definitely be a little more confirmation that we're going to keep heading to the upside on our Bitcoin dominance. Which, you know, as you guys know, if you've been watching this channel for some time, as the Bitcoin dominance goes up, alts do tend to not run as well and sometimes get affected in a negative way. Um, Not saying that, you know, this is going to be a big showdown here thing for this whole ordeal for altcoins, but you know, at a certain point, Bitcoin's going to reach its targets and it's going to start to come down, and the dominance will start to come down too, and then we're going to start seeing some love for them alts, which I know a lot of us are waiting on for sure and cannot wait for that. I know I'm definitely one of them. So just kind of hanging tight, being patient. You know, bought all my positions back before the 13th of January of this year, and just kind of hanging tight. You know, um, everything's just everything's above my buy targets, so definitely a plus. And we're just hanging out and being patient. As you can see, dot right here, it just keeps getting hammered at this 236. Can't seem to break, right? And as you can see, it looks like we did break the zero line on histogram for the MACD. We were above the 50, but it's kind of not sure if it wants to, you know, come down or it wants to change trend and keep on riding up. But as of right now, this would be a double top, but doesn't have to stay that way. We can definitely revisit this one next week, and obviously revisit the dominance and so on and so forth, and that'll really help out. But if you guys were currently in this, quick, easy way to really determine if it's time to sell, and you see a trend like this, just go ahead and draw you a trend line just like that. If it closes below this trend line, well, I'd say it's time to sell. That's just my personal opinion. Just a little trick I've learned. It definitely helps too. But as you can see, this kind of thing's kind of in a pressure cooker right now. We're at a point where we got to make a decision. Either this is going to go up or it's going to go down. So if you guys want, you can keep an eye on that. I do know we have some Polkadot fans out there, so that one's for you. But is there anything that you guys are really kind of looking at and kind of curious on? A lot of these altcoins are just kind of sitting below this 236, and it's really like, look, Hex, in my opinion, did reach its full potential on its whole relief rally and such, and right about there, about 13 cents ish, and now just kind of retracing, right? And just like actually, let's look, see if I'll just type it in. I like to just kind of scroll through my watch list from time to time. But as you can see, we were tracking this all the way back from June of 2022. And then finally, February 2023, we actually hit that 786 target. And it's just kind of been coming down ever since, And again, remember, guys, things don't go down in a straight line either. So, this thing came down, got a healthy bounce. Let's see what it wants to do. I mean, maybe it wants to try to shoot up, hit this target again, maybe even come up here. But ultimately, this would be one that, we took our money and we're not going to revisit it until it really gets a nice retrace. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff out here. Let's see, how many people do we have in the live stream this evening? Got 3 people watching. Much appreciated. Don't forget to hit that like button. And actually, if you guys are not a part of the Discord, I can go ahead and send an invite link to you guys. And you know what? I'll do this. Never generate link, copy, boom. And that way you guys can hop in here if you want to. If not, that's fine too. But the invite is open. Again, here in the next couple of months, we are going to start charging, but it's going to be very small. Like a fast food meal or something, a month. Like, it's nothing major. Like, I'm sitting out here putting a lot of time and energy into stuff. Some people like to participate, and some people don't. So, we're going to have, different tiers for our members and things like that. But, it's not going to be anything crazy, extravagant or anything, And if you do want to participate in the TA classes, I do recommend that you join the Discord. We are holding some summer technical analysis classes. And by the way, we have 2 younger guys that are joining with us. So one of them's going to be my son and his friend. So make sure you guys bring some notepads and pens. Take some notes, because it's going to get real interesting. But a lot of people want to talk about XRP. Currently, we're where we hit. We're sitting at our 618. Or we already hit our 618. We're just below our 50 fib right now. As you can see, that we are on some support right here. Will it hold? Well, that remains to be seen, right? It does remain to be seen. Let's go to look at our oscillators. Looks like our oscillator, the MACD, it could bounce here. Our momentum's kind of at the bottom, which is good when these are kind of up here. Now, if this was up here too, but there is still some hope. We definitely still could see much higher prices. In my opinion, I'm looking around anywhere from 71 to 80 cents, but I think it's going to take some time. All right. Oh, it's all good, Ray. No worries, brother. No worries. Glad to see you in there. Don't forget to hit that like button. Always much appreciated. But yeah, another one that we like here. We do like RSR on the channel. Could it go up from here? Yeah, but honestly, I think it was one of the early ones that did kind of could have potentially hit its targets. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Um, you know, Obviously, you see I have some other targets down here, but this is not until the latter part of this year. So yeah, maybe around like October-ish. Let's see if some of these can get hit. If some of these can get hit, I'd be extremely happy and would like to be a nice buyer of RSR. But that's just my personal opinion. But let's get into B Pro. I'm actually currently in this one, just kind of hanging tight here. I do believe we could break this resistance. As you can see, we got a momentum. We're approaching the zero line on the histogram for the MACD. Looks like we're going to get a clean break, and our RSI is above the 50 on the daily. Let's see where our MAs are currently, just to kind of see what we're looking at. And as you can see, we did get a nice daily close above this 50-day moving average. And as you can see right here, these moving averages are all kind of converged together. The MAs were kind of flattened out. And we're going to get an 8 and a 50 cross, which is good because, those smaller time frame moving averages crossing up through higher time frame moving averages are definitely a bullish thing. So with that being said, that's just kind of what I'm looking at here. I'm not looking to stay in this long, just here to make some money and get out. But I actually do like B Pro. I do actually like the asset. I think it's very interesting of what they're doing. But yeah. And one of our good friends, Pirate Chain. Pirate Chain's had a good past couple of days here. And as you can see, we'll kind of zoom out a little bit so you guys can see, we're kind of in a descending wedge here. And we're kind of at the top of the pattern. So this is a make or break moment for Pirate Chain right now. If we can get some closes above this range here, I would start really feeling good about it. But again, this thing's at the top of the range. Does it come back down, or is it going to continue to go? Well, I think it's a kind of a good question right now. As you can see, our RSI is above the 50. We did break that zero line of histogram for the MACD. Our momentum is up there. So if we can continue this momentum, we might be able to continue seeing some price appreciation here, which would be pretty awesome. I'm just kind of hanging tight and being patient because I do believe in the long term for this project. Again, been in for a minute, just kind of hanging tight, being patient, and waiting this thing out here. But something I do want to look at is Ethereum Classic, because Ethereum Classic is also another one of those ones that's kind of normally a tall tale sign if we're going to get a nice run in the, short term here. Um, it looks like Ethereum Classic is going to roll over. The momentum just crossed down through the signal line, and it looks like we may get across through that 50 to the downside. So, we can't get our hopes up quite yet, but once we get above this 50, well, actually, this is a retrace. I'm sorry. This chart is extremely old, but, the good news is we can make another one. So let's kind of take a peek at Ethereum Classic here, and can show you guys what we're kind of thinking here. And here we go. So yeah, just as I kind of expected. I mean, as you can see, you got the 786 here, 886 here. I mean, technically, we've kind of already pretty much hit our targets, but it doesn't mean we can't, kind of run up again. But as you can see, even after hitting our targets, we came back down here for a nice higher low, because this is going to be our low right here so far from the market cycle. And if you do this, you can kind of get an idea of what's going on here. So again, we're about 3/4 of the way through. Typically, it's where these things break out. Doesn't have to break out here, though. It can go to the very tip. So let's kind of see what happens. But either it's going to break out or it's going to roll over, test the bottom of this range, and then maybe it breaks out or maybe it breaks to the downside. But either way, we're no. I'm not really thinking the size of it at all whatsoever. Honestly, I'm really not. I'm still pretty firm on my targets for Bitcoin. It's just altcoins. What are we exactly going to see and when? Because we do, obviously have some events coming up over the next 30 days. So could be very interesting. Actually, 30 to 45. But again, I'm sticking to my plan. Going to exit the market towards the end of this month. And I'm considering, I'm going to look at the charts before I do so. But I'm probably going to, if the charts look pretty good, I'm going to re-enter mid-May. Crypto nitty gritty. What is going on? Good to see you. Good to see you. As always, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that like button. We're over here spreading wisdom and knowledge and trying to help out the average common person. So, always an exciting thing. That is for sure. I know you guys are probably getting a lot of people were getting excited about Dogecoin or whatever. Maybe memes will run here shortly. Let's find out though. Oh yeah, BNB. I definitely have some targets in mind. In uncertain things, of course, yeah, uncertain things for sure. Oh, nice. There you go. There you go. Good job, crypto nitty gritty. Um, you know, obviously, here's my retrace. This is my extension over here for BNB. Um, actually, I'm gonna get rid of this extension. Could we go higher? Of course, but let's zoom out a little bit. And this is why This is why I made the title I did. Eventually, in this bear market, might happen latter part of this year, could happen this summer. Let's see, might even happen real soon. Um, this thing, in my opinion, definitely has to come down. As you can see, it's just still up here floating in outer space. It is building, some heavy support right here. But if this does break down to the downside, this is going to be some real tough resistance to get back through. But, at the right time, it definitely will, in my personal opinion. But what I see for BNB personally, I'm looking here first. This would be my first buy range between $49 and $38. And if this were to lose this support right here, as you guys can see, this is definitely support right here, right? We definitely have some, which is a good thing. But this would be my first buy range. And then if this just so happened to break, I would look here in this box between, $27 and $17. Anything in that range, I would be a very good buyer there. So, yeah, just my personal perspective. There's only a few charts in this crypto space that look like this right now. Everything else that I've said, over a year ago that was kind of looking similar to this definitely already has made this retracement. If, just to name a couple, FTM and Solana. But let's look at PYR. PYR just really just hanging in there. Hanging in there. Just building this range right here. Been stuck in this range all the way back from May of last year. Just really building a solid foundation here, which is great to see. Definitely great to see. But top of the relief rally for PYR looks like we could be looking at around $15 ish. So that's definitely not bad gains. But before we can explore those other higher prices, we definitely have to break $4.24. Once we start getting some closes above here, that'll definitely help us out. But obviously, as you can see here, we definitely got some more resistance to compete with right here. But after we break this 382, we're definitely good to run to $7.19. But again, it's going to take a little bit of time. As you can see, this thing's just been stuck in this range for quite some time. Once we can actually get above this range, it's definitely going to be a great thing for PYR. Definitely. ES1, it's really messing around with this 886. Let's see if it can break it and maybe even break this one line. That would be pretty cool to see. But again, it's going to take some time. And if you guys are not familiar with ES1, it is the E-minis futures market for the stock market. So, yeah, let's see. Tomorrow's Friday. Let's see if it can hang in there. Again, Jasmine just hanging out right under that 236. Like I said, a lot of things are really hanging out under the 236. And this thing, definitely kind of far away, unfortunately. But that's okay. Well, actually, I pulled this for another reason for somebody else, actually, not too long ago. But I'll show you guys what we could be looking at for Moon River, which honestly, guys, this is one I'm really excited for to hit its retrace. The 786, even at $50, I would love to see a $50 Moon River. Maybe even as high as $70. That would be epic. But again, just kind of waiting and being patient. And we talked about on Tuesday's live stream. I love to see these bottoming structures here. That's definitely a good thing to see. Not that this is going to be, the absolute bottom, but this could be, setting up for something much bigger, like maybe a big cup, right? So I'm pretty excited. Dang, I just remembered it's Easter weekend. Stocks closed. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, let's check it out. We can check out Flow. Do 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 do. Haha, kind of funny. I was already kind of, I guess, looking at this one. It's been quite a while though. Let's look at some moving averages here. Yeah. Well, here's the cool thing about this, right? So actually, I like this because the MAs. You can see that the 200, the 50, and the 100, they're all trying to come to an apex, right? They're all converging together and they're all flattening out. When you see MAs like this flatten out, this is a great, great, great sign. So for me, this looks pretty good. I like it. This looks pretty good. So obviously, you have your 236 here at $1.61. But once we can, get above there, yeah, there it is. I have a relief target of flow. Well, let's double check that because this might be I might have did something else on this. Yep, I sure did. So that's not gonna be this fib. Actually, doesn't matter because I was doing something else, but that's perfectly okay. Hmm. Oh, right. So let's go ahead and pull our fib here. Kind of see where we're at. Yep. It's right under that 236, like a lot of things. For a relief for flow, though, could see anywhere from 480 to possibly $6.17. I mean, those are great gains. Those are great, great gains. So, from here, that's, possibly almost a 5, maybe a 6x. That's great. Those are great gains in a bear market. So, I definitely wouldn't take it lightly. But again, once we start getting some daily closes, maybe even some weeklies above this 236, definitely going to look a lot better. Obviously we do have some resistance here as well. So once we get past the 382, which is kind of like the baby 786, basically is how I kind of look at it. Once we get past those fibs right there, definitely going to be a lot easier to move once we get past this 50. But yeah, so that's what I'm kind of seeing for a relief for flow. And we're from 480 to 617. I think you should probably take your money and run. And just wait for the latter part of the year to come in and re-enter your long positions. Is there anything else that anybody wants me to kind of take a peek at? Oh, this is another one. I'm just kind of chilling, just being very, very, very patient, right? Again, I'm gonna re-pull this fib because this was something I did later on or earlier on in the year. Um, but I'm actually currently in this again. Love to see these structures here. Um, but yeah, so going to pull this fib, kind of give you guys, you know, anywhere from 1.6 to 2 pennies for Blocktopia would definitely be great. We were in the run up here to the 382 earlier this year or earlier last year, and yeah, we got out of it and just kind of been patient. As you can see right here, even on the daily, this is pretty cool. 1, 2, we got a double bottom right here. Double bottoms are a bullish pattern, so that's definitely always good to see. Flow has decent staking too, around 8%, but it's only 14-day lockup. So I stay away from the staking part. Yeah, I don't. Again, yeah, I agree because guess what? You know how easy it is to make 8% in a trade. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some things that I will be staking in the future, especially during the bull run, because it's kind of like it's easy money, you know. Especially as these assets appreciate, it's easy money. And you know, with staking, hell, even some of these assets you could potentially, you know, live off of those staking rewards during the bull run, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, another one I'm currently in right now is Songbird, and it's one of the only ones that's just kind of chilling above the 236 here. Um, so yeah, I'm in. Again, though, really, this is just a short-term move here, based on from here to here. So pulled a very local fib, gives me a very top target of around 4.4 pennies. And but for a full-on relief for this guy, we would be looking at about 6.2 pennies, anywhere from 5 cents to 6.2 cents. But I'm totally fine with taking my money here at 4.4 pennies and just kind of hanging out and, you know, roll my money over into something else if time does provide so to, you know, swing that money into something else and kind of grow that bag, right? Again, just documenting my own journey, not advising you guys to do anything. Yeah. Songbird actually does have some pretty good staking too. This is actually going to be one of the assets that I do plan to stake during the bull run. Because last bull run I actually knew somebody, a few people, you know, they did exactly just what I said a minute ago. You know, they were living off their staking rewards. You know, just at 50 cents, I believe, actually, a friend of mine was saying that you know he was getting $7,000 or $8,000 a month in staking rewards. So that's definitely very awesome. And I know a lot of people are scared that haven't been in this market for a very long time, but you know, a lot of us that are actually subscribers on this channel have been here for some time. We're definitely veterans now, have a lot more experience under our belt, and definitely can tell you that every market cycle, in the bear market, it looks very grim, and you'll see all kinds of headlines that, you know, they try to instill that fear, but I really don't believe it's anything to fear, in my opinion. This crypto is not going anywhere. I believe crypto is definitely here for the long term and will only progress from here. Now, will there be some projects that go away? Yeah, absolutely. I really do believe so. But there's actually a lot of good projects in the space. There's actually a lot. So, you know, just got to do your research, guys. Do your research and just be very, very careful with what you throw your money into. Yeah. But this is definitely another one that I'm definitely would love to see a nice, healthy relief on, which is Kusama. You know, my goodness, anywhere from 126 to 161. I don't know though. That doesn't really. No, that's right. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, that's gonna be some pretty awesome gains there. Let's see. Wombat was an 8 and 21 crossing possibly happening in the next few days. That's one to look for. The last time the RSI went oversold, it done about. Oh, nice. Very nice. Yeah. See, I love stuff like that. And, just like Songbird, prime example, same thing. It did that and did a 1x, which was really nice to see. Ray said, "We need to have some projects go away. Got to have room for those diamonds in the rough." Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I definitely agree. 22K coins currently somewhere around there. Yeah, way too many. Yeah, 100%, man. Way too many. Way too many. Um, there's a lot of garbage in the space, guys. But if you can read between the lines and really do a lot of research, you guys can see of what projects are definitely going to shine for sure. After last live, I looked at KSM closer and opened a decent long. Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, this thing's building some support here. I mean, now, granted, on the contrary, could this be a little scary too? Yeah, shoulder, head, shoulder. It could be, but we got to get this relief. And as you can see, one bottom, two bottom, boom. Double bottom, boom. And took off, right? But we're under this 236. I think personally, just with all the stuff that I'm in right now, I'm personally going to wait until we start seeing some closes above this 236 and we start to see dominance come down just a little bit more. After that takes place, I'm definitely going to open some longs on Kusama after I can free up some capital and some other things. But yeah, no, I really Kusama I believe is one of the ones that's here to stay, just like Moon River, a lot of the Polkadot ecosystem. I really love a lot of projects in that ecosystem as well. Yes, I do agree. Yes, KSM's definitely would be a smarter move than Matic Long for sure. Yeah, exactly, and he still made an 80% gain. That's what's up. Yeah, I mean, it's a daily head and shoulders, right? But that's okay. Again, it could come back down here, maybe test support, which would be okay. It still would be fine. $26. Honestly, later this year, I later this year. Well, I hope some of my targets get hit later this year for this thing. I would really love to have a nice bag of Kusama for the next bull run as well. But it's got to hit them targets. If it hits my targets, I'll definitely hop in. But great structure here. One top, two top, boom, down, just down. And then finally, looks like obviously we got a trend change here. And as you can see, again, draw you a trend line right here. This breaks the trend line, to sell, right? Um, but as of right now, we're literally at the bottom of the trend, which is a good thing. Right, right, yeah. Once we break the 236, it's definitely going to be much better. But if it breaks this trend, I would totally just probably sell it. Let's look at yeah, well, okay. Yeah, momentum's going down now. Is that a rejection on the zero line? No, but it's looking like a nice rounded top here, which is not a good thing. We're under the 50 on the RSI. I mean, kind of pushing it, but I mean, it's still holding this trend. If it still just slowly grinds up and holds this trend, hey, awesome. But if it breaks this trend line, that's when I would just sell. Just my personal opinion, though. That's what I would personally do. And as you can see, we're in a pressure cooker situation right here. But obviously, this is all resistance at the moment. So we got to be able to break that resistance. Again, if we can start getting some dailies and weekly closes up here, whew, that'd be great. I'd love to see it. I would love to see it. Yeah. Just kind of hanging tight. being patient. I think it's the best thing to do right now. Just be patient. Again, just like this guy, Moon River. If it breaks this damn trend line, I'm going to have to sell it. I mean, you can even run a tighter line right here and do that too, right? Um, but yeah, still under that 236. Once we can get above this $11 range, oh, it'll be nice. But as you can see, kind of in a similar situation though in this wedge right here. Yes. No, no, absolutely. Higher lows are 100% great. Yeah, no, higher lows are good. You definitely want to see that because that's definitely, signs of a trend reversal for sure. But like I said, I have a lot of capital tied up right now in other assets. Yeah, they're higher lows. Yeah, they are. Low, higher low, you know, higher low. Once you start seeing like your low, higher low, and you start seeing a lower low kind of a situation, like if it were to come down here, then, we start making lows like, let's see, can I find it? Let's see. Some cool stuff here. If I can even find it. I don't even know if I can or not, but no big deal. Whatever. I'm not even going to worry about it. We'll just use the brush. But, if you come here, break this, come down, bounce, and then can't break that because this is going to act as resistance, and it wants to start making another trend reversal, then, yeah, now we have a problem, and then we're going to be in a downtrend there. So this is something we do not want to see, right? Definitely something we don't want to see. I do expect, though, latter part of this year, um, we could potentially see lower prices for this, which I would be fine with that too. Or this definitely could potentially be a bottom too, especially if we get a full relief all the way up here to, $70. It's got to come down quite a bit in order to see lower lows. But, you know, again, most of where I've bought was like right in this range here. So I'm fine right now. I'm definitely fine right now. So we're just kind of hanging out, being patient. Um, but we do have a lot of resistance right here. Just got to break it. Once we can start breaking up through here and getting some again, same scenario as a lot of these, getting some dailies and weekly closes here, things will be looking much better. So, yeah. But is there anything else anybody wants to kind of take a peek at? Yeah, Tyler, I'll look at your DM here in a little bit after I get off the live stream. Mm-hmm. But yeah, just kind of chilling, being patient. Let's see what our dollar's doing. Okay. Well, I would really love to see it break this 50 fib. That would be awesome. If we can break this 50 fib, things will definitely get exciting. For sure. But momentum's going up. Looks like we're getting across up through a signal line on RSI. Looks like over the next couple of days, might want to get a MACD cross. So could be interesting, or could get rejected, right? But we have to keep paying attention here because we're definitely not out of the woods quite yet. But Ethereum, on the other hand, is looking very good. Broke out of here, making higher highs here on this trend. So that's definitely great to see. Definitely a great thing to see. And as as you guys know, Ethereum's always going to run first before the alts. So currently above the 382, looking to approach the 50. Once we can break above, about $2,100, get some closes there, this thing will start moving a little more faster. A little faster. So, but as you can see, we're at resistance right now. So, and, but, indicators are looking pretty good. So that's a good thing. But I think it's really just a matter of patience right now. Matter of patience. Sure do. But that's all I really got for tonight, guys. I just want to kind of hop on here, kind of spread some wisdom, spread some knowledge, see what you guys were thinking about the markets. We kind of discussed the Binance thing. I don't think they're going anywhere. Um, they're kind of like a staple in cryptocurrency. Do I think they could take a nasty hit? Yeah, I do. I really do. Back in 2018, the exchange went through some pretty rough times, but it made it. It definitely made it. So I'm not worried at all. But that's all I really got for tonight, guys. I do want to thank you all for coming out and hanging out, sharing your thoughts and opinions. If you did find any value in this video at all, please hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe and share this live stream with a friend or a family member. And actually, I'm going to post the Discord link right now. And if you guys are not in the Discord and you want to join, there's the link. So I'll see you guys in the next live stream or the next video. I will have a video coming out soon on decentralized exchanges. So